Welcome to the first pod, the Millionaire Podcast. I'm Jimothy Birchway.
Garf.
Viper 556.
miick.
All right,
Your name's Dave.
I wanted to start off with Kyle. What the fuck are you wearing? I'm sorry, but I did say business casual. We're all business casual, and you're over here in a Garfield.
So, it's a Garfield oversized shirt. You see,
All right. Tuna fish.
You do bring up a great point. And this is one of the topics that I'm very passionate about. I know my good friend Viper here.
Yeah.
He knows a thing or two. Andrew.
Tuna.
Jim.
I mean, like, it's just, people really hate on it. Like, they hate the flavor. I guess they must hate the nutritional value. I don't know how you could hate the nutritional value of tuna fish because it's so goddamn great.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing, Scud. It's so good. I think people are stubborn. There's this pressure from the earth, made up pressure, like pressure on people to act this way towards tuna fish about how it tastes bad. I literally just ate it straight out the can. Mm-hmm. If you mix it with some avocado, some mayo, there's a lot of things.
That's a
to
fair
it. It's
point.
a very versatile
Exactly.
food.
And I think that's what it brings to the table. I mean, when a food's that versatile and it brings a lot to the table. We're talking the protein. Yeah. I mean, it's easy.
Low in calorie too.
Low calories.
It's the
so
no.
Why did you just raise your hand?
Yeah. When I looked over to you, that wasn't like a green light to go.
Yeah, that was like a what the fuck.
Yeah. Like, let me finish. It's actually the greatest food for calorie to protein ratio.
See, I think the reason that people don't like it is because it smells bad, and what they don't tell you is that half a taste is based off smell. So I think if
Is that factually accurate?
Is that true?
Yeah.
I can attest to this. This is factually accurate.
Really?
Yeah, so basically,
Okay, Dr.
half
Miick.
half of the food is actually smell. I think that's something we should really talk about.
But bro, it doesn't even smell.
So I don't think that's really what he was intending there. I think he's saying, actually, I don't know. Just cut that little bit out.
No, this
No
is raw.
cuts,
This
no
is raw.
Oh, this is raw.
Yeah.
it's like a podcast. Are we past tuna fish? Because I got something I'm passionate about.
What?
Viper 556 starting this Pokemon craze, and now people like shots and
Oh my god.
gradients,
shots.
and all they talk about
So,
is Pokemon.
So
I'm
what
not
you're
gonna-
saying-
Wait. I'm not gonna lie. That's a bad topic because like viewers aren't gonna be.
Viewers
knowing
aren't
gonna
what
understand.
shots
who the
is.
fuck cares about
Like, if we had
Pokemon
shots
watching
in the corner
our
over here.
pod?
That's where shots is here. That might be episode 2.
Not in my house.
No.
All right. Phone radiation.
Now this is a topic me and Jim have been very big on.
Passionate.
Yeah. For years.
What was that? Sophomore?
Yeah.
But that was first conversation. That wasn't even first thought. You got to keep in mind of that.
Yeah.
Like who knows how long prior.
That was
That
first conversation.
Yeah, first conversation, me and miick were talking about how the phone radiations affect your balls, affecting your sperm quality. Your sperm quality, what's that lead to? Less sperm production. Because the less sperm production you have, the lower your testosterone is. And that's why we see the frogs turning gay. That's why we see
Yeah.
that's why we see the amount of gyno in men increasing over time.
Yeah.
I saw a good video on Instagram Reels about how your sperm count is like Clash of Clans elixir. And Wet Dreams, they're like, if your, elixir gets rated or if you upgrade your base, it shows that's kind of like a metaphor for a wet dream because it shows how boosted up you are because for you to have your elixir get...
Bro, can we just
Depleted.
what are you talking about?
Bro, you're killing the viewers.
So why do you have to compare?
Hold on. Dave,
Dave, care to weigh in?
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought it was really funny when you said, bro, you're killing the viewers.
Actually, you know what? Can we chime in a little bit on this Dave topic? Why is Dave not with us today?
No, he is.
Yeah, what do you mean?
He's right here.
Wait, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
It might be too much phone radiation. There's a lot of cameras.
All right, but
here.
here's
Gary. Yeah, a little. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, Gary,
See,
I got you.
here's the thing, right? Like, why do you have to compare the anatomy of a man to Clash of Clans or whatever mobile game you're talking about? Like, why do you see? I don't understand. Like, why do you have to do that?
Yeah.
Is it easier for your Gen Alpha
Why are you
brain
covering
to
your face?
comprehend?
I'm thinking of a way to respond to Viper. Well, it was just an Instagram reel I saw. And speaking of Instagram reels, I feel like we should talk about how, short-term content has really killed the youth and their attention span. Me personally, as the youngest
Have you ever
person
thought of
here,
like a dopamine detox?
as the youngest person here, it's only been 6 minutes and I'm already getting bored. But, it's okay. I'm surviving.
So you're telling me you're already bored right now, and we've been talking about
Tuna fish,
phone and
radiation.
sperm count, phone radiation, and your ability to compare physical things to mobile apps.
Yeah.
And my fault. Jim was just looking at my balls for some reason, and I'm kind of curious why he was doing that. Can you elaborate?
Bro. All right.
Dude, we're gonna have 0 views.
You're getting
bro.
cornered. You're getting cornered, bro.
Hmm?
You're getting cornered. Just chill. Let the men talk. You sit there like, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, dude, the views probably plummeted as soon as this guy opened his mouth about Elixir.
Nah, it's okay
And
because
we're-
like other pods always have someone that's just on about some bullshit.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
like, it's
that.
canon. It's canon.
Yeah. They
Can I
always
say something real quick.
they always beg.
I have a really good kind of comparison.
What, Dave? Dave can
speak up.
yeah, Dave, can you
Speak up.
speak up and and lean forward in your chair a little bit?
All right, dude. So Kyle was kind of acting like
Dave, where
Huh?
God damn.
where is your face, bro?
Good old Dave.
All right. He's caught.
God damn.
So let's talk about is the Earth flat. And here's my take. I don't actually think the Earth's flat, but I think there's a possibility it's flat. I think there's a possibility it's many different shapes than what we could consider it.
Nah, yeah, it's definitely true.
Yeah.
I don't think it's.
Can I
Wait, if
put
everybody agrees, what's a topic we all disagree on?
Are the other planets real? Because, see, Jim has already discussed how the moon is fake, but
Bro, it's
that
not
is
the moon is fake. It's that there's no proof the moon's real.
yes, there is. You can see it.
Bro,
But
that doesn't
no,
matter.
what there really isn't proof of is bro, if you go outside, are you seeing Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Pluto, Mars? You're not seeing any of those, but the moon,
I have
you
I
can
have
see.
a really good rebuttal for this, right?
See, you're good.
Ready?
Okay.
A fat guy, when he looks down, he can't see his dick, right?
Hmm?
Does that mean his dick doesn't exist?
That is a very good point.
No. But here's the thing, Scott. Prior knowledge in prior life
Yeah.
gives him proof that his cock
Well,
is there.
see,
also
Do
feel.
you think that the planets
Also
were
feel.
once visible before light
No.
pollution?
No, I don't. I
Because
think
you see,
that
there's a lot of stars
I
that
think
aren't
that-
visible now because of light pollution.
see
That is also-
the things
I
that
do like that point.
planets. It's because the only reason we know that planets are real is because government telescopes, and the government is telling us that Socrates, Aristotle, all these philosophers made this shit to make planets to say planets are real. But the thing is, we don't know that the government's not lying.
Yo, Jim, you look like you have something on your mind. Do you care to chime in here? You really,
Bro, it's just this guy doesn't know how to talk. You keep going on these long rants. I'm hearing a bunch of
Yeah.
redundant words, dude. Speak. Fluent.
I think that could really tie
And I don't even know what
into-
you're saying. Socrates and Aristotle talking about... Bro, shut up. Shut up.
bro.
I think this could really tie into a point we made before the podcast,
Huh.
and it was questioning the spectrum that Garf here might be on.
Dude, he's on one for sure.
Garf, elaborate on the spectrum you may be on.
But no joke. I see him I'm getting way up closer than you are, and I'm
Yeah.
seeing him tweak out. This is big for him, dude.
all right, Garf.
I see him. He's definitely thinking right now. What am I supposed to do with my hands?
No. I'm
Whoa,
gonna
Dave,
let
no
Garf
phone.
cook.
No phone.
Whoa.
I'm gonna let Garf cook here.
I took an autism test, and it said that I was likely on the spectrum due to multiple things like my, I don't know, I'm not very good at speaking. It just said I'm likely go on the spectrum, so there is some truth to that.
Yeah.
Won't deny.
But does that mean that you're like a savant, like you're really good at certain things, like Minecraft Bed Wars or something like that?
Oh, you want to talk about Minecraft Bed Wars?
Wait, are you actually good?
Dude, I'm golden prestige. That means I'm level 200.
Wait, do you know
On Hypixel?
Do you
On
know about
Hypixel.
Do you know about this kid having how many subs?
At one point, 15,000. Look up Kyle Knapsack on YouTube if you want to see.
But you were selling your soul for it.
Selling my soul, I was just making YouTube shorts.
Yeah, but they were dog. Like, I'm out there producing organic
Nah,
content.
They weren't dog. They were tough. They were high quality Minecraft videos.
Bro, they were high
Minecraft
quality,
videos.
but they were dog.
It was some shit that's getting that younger group's attention, no?
See,
I mean, yeah, but like that, what do you really want that?
but what you have to
Kind
understand
of
is
selling your soul.
That is.
I was a part of the younger group when I made them. So I was marketing to myself, essentially.
I mean, yeah, and then you built up all of that just to give it up. So like, what was the point? Did you make any money off it? How much?
Like $500.
It's not a lot,
How much money have you made off of it?
bro. Are you serious?
My fault.
Why do you think it's called the
He's-
Millionaire Podcast?
Bro, he's literally PR trained. You know you're not allowed to say how
Yeah,
much
exactly.
you made off this
Yeah.
stuff.
Unless
You
you're an OF
you just
model.
told all of your earnings to all of his
Literally,
viewers, bro.
Literally.
Do
You guys
ever
know that
notice-
one clip of Jack the Hardy
That's
and Logan Paul?
Yeah,
that is
yeah,
what I was
yeah.
referencing.
Yeah. And they're like, this
Oh,
kid's PR trained.
Logan Paul, Japanese-sized suicide force. Do you guys think staged or real?
Whoa.
Staged.
Ooh,
Staged.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
100%.
that's a publicity stunt.
real.
100%. Why do you
Why
say
would
real?
he was talking about how The Rock wasn't friends with him. And why would he give up because of the forest? And why would he give up being friends with The Rock for some
Because
publicity?
Why
Bro.
the fuck would you
Bro,
want to be
because
friends
all
with The Rock?
bro, look at how his career skyrocketed
Yeah,
after
bro.
that. It was like what's that saying when like couples break up and come back stronger? What's that saying?
What doesn't kill you
Like
makes you
space-
stronger?
Space is like no.
You're good. You got this.
Bro, it's like when friends don't see each other for a long time, then they rekindle and they come back stronger.
Like
I don't-
rekindle? I don't know.
what
Bro,
you're
you guys
talking
don't know
about,
the
I'm
saying
not
I'm
gonna lie,
talking
no.
about.
No, I don't.
Bro, anyways, but basically, basically the Logan Paul stock, let me put it into stock terms. His stock was like
Short squeezed?
Yeah.
slowly, gradually, bam. Everybody was buying the dip,
Mhm.
and that's when he came back even like insane.
Yeah. Like GameStop, like what they did with
Yeah.
that shit.
And you know, just to add on to that, do we think his brother Jake Paul played a little bit in a role of that? I mean, you know, they had the rivalries back in the day.
Yeah, if they were staging all their beefs, why wouldn't they stage the Suicide Forest?
That was fair.
How would they get a dead guy? You know what? You don't even
Was
really
the guy
see the
even
dead
dead?
guy. You don't even
Yeah,
see
you
the
don't.
dead guy in the video. You just
Nah,
says
you
there's
a lot.
Nah.
You do?
Yeah, you gotta watch the very uncensored version. He
Oh.
like goes up to him and he's like, "Are you joking?"
It's kind of funny. I don't think I've ever seen the uncensored version.
Bro, we gotta do like a live reaction to it someday.
Well, like, the Suicide Forest is actually a real place.
Yeah.
Why would the Japanese gov let that be a thing? Like
I don't know. I haven't researched that
because
much.
there is a very high population, and at a point in time, they were like, "Yo, there's too many of you guys
Uh-huh.
here." So,
I thought that was China.
Wait, what do you mean the?
Yeah, that
what
is
do you mean
China.
oh shit.
What do you mean the gov though?
I mean, maybe not the gov, but I feel like if something like that was happening in the U.S., the gov would shut that shit
Do you
down.
know that?
Bro, wait, how? Yo,
My
chill.
fault. Sorry.
How can you shut down a forest? Like cut down all the trees?
Well, no, they wouldn't shut down the forest. They would just make sure that there's officials or park employees there walking around so people don't do that or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
They would turn it into a national park and make people go commit suicide.
But then
somewhere.
that also costs money, and if it's not bringing a lot of attraction and revenue, it's hard to pay all those people to do that.
Yeah, that's true. But it also
Yeah.
costs them money when people kill themselves and they can't be employees anymore.
It's such a big forest. They can't have a park ranger on.
Well, I don't know anything
seeing
about
everything.
the
Yeah.
forest.
Yeah, me neither. But I mean,
Probably
what are the
some
chances
trees.
the day Logan Paul goes, there's a dead
Was
guy
he
there?
not
Yeah,
in the
hanging.
forest for that reason? He was like, "Yo, we're just gonna go in the forest and
Yeah.
and look for some
Yeah.
dead people.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was staged because he was wearing that hat.
Yeah.
Like, I
But
think
that
he
was
wore
Drake.
that.
That was Drake.
He wore that hat because he knew that shit was about to blow up, and that hat was going to become iconic. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is an iconic hat.
It was like the little green alien guy from
Yeah.
Toy Story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Can we get like one of those and wear it on the next pod?
Yeah. Oh, all of us should honestly
That's
wear
pretty
that for
good.
the next pod.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Or I think tinfoil hats would also be pretty good. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
Ooh.
Because there's a lot of, to mitigate
Yeah.
EMF exposure,
Yeah.
there's a lot of
Mhm.
BMX exposure going on.
Yeah, or like
Can
like
we
a
make-
tinfoil underwear for
Can
like.
we do a little arts and
protect our
craft
sperm.
like segment and make tinfoil hats?
Yeah.
Like, get crafty, Dude Perfect. You know, let's talk about, do you think Dude Perfect CGI'd some of their trick shots?
All right. So, guys, I want to bring it back to the earth a little bit.
Okay.
Bro, so I've actually been, like, curious about this. This is a genuine question. Like,
Yeah.
So you look at the earth, right? It's this perfect sphere when you see, like, obviously it's not. Neil deGrasse Tyson said if you shrink the earth down to the size of a golf ball, it'd be smoother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it still has, like, you know, the Appalachian Mountains and shit. So I'm just a little confused. How is it, like, a perfect sphere on images? Like, how does it just go from, like, that light blue straight to dark matter? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is it a perfect sphere? Like, how is it,
Because,
like, all just compacted like that?
Gravity
Yeah,
compacts
gravity.
everything equally. Because the gravitational pull would be equal for everything.
Yeah, like
Bro,
if
so
they,
why would that make a sphere?
Well, because gravity works in
it's pulling from
spheres.
all
Yeah.
different
It
directions.
pulls in, and like
like every different
Yeah.
direction, and like
Like
If you
300
go in
Like,
all
why
different-
isn't it a little
360
lopsided,
degrees.
though? Why isn't it a little lopsided?
Because it's all pulling
'Cause
towards the center
I think
of
if
the
it-
Earth's core.
if the gravity was like a little less strong in one spot and was lopsided, it would just collapse and like black hole would form or some shit.
Like, how does it go from, like, that light blue straight to dark? Like, where's that line drawn? Or, like, do you think it fades as you go up?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or do you
I
think
don't
it
know
gradually
about that.
changes?
Well, there's like the atmosphere, so that probably
Yeah, but
atmosphere, stratosphere, and like blends.
I don't know. what
but
that is.
like but the atmosphere has to end some. Does the atmosphere like spray out a little bit, or does
Yeah.
it end?
That's
like,
what I'm
it
saying.
turns
It's
into
just
the-
a straight cut off.
Turns into stratosphere, I think. I didn't think,
After the stratosphere.
oh, well then that blends into space.
So when you draw the Earth, you should also draw the atmosphere and like some
yeah.
waves coming out.
Hmm?
But why don't
Have
they
you guys
depict
ever
it
seen
like
the
that?
Truman Show?
Yeah.
Like, I have a firm belief in that, honestly.
Really?
Like, I have a belief it's like a huge green screen.
It being what?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Space?
Like
Just everything.
we're just like
I don't think it's flat, but I think there's something to it. Like, maybe like a snow globe thing.
we're in a snow globe.
Like you're saying like life is a simulation
Yeah.
type deal, or like
No. Well, life is a simulation.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Really?
Scientists said there's like a 50% like.
No. It's 100.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
shit.
You don't believe so?
I mean, I kind of don't want to. That's kind of a scary thought. Like,
But I think we're, like, smart enough.
you know what I mean, Dave?
Dave, have you not been paying attention?
No, I understand what you're talking about.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Dave has been mashing on this controller for about a good 15 minutes.
Bro, and
I'd
he's right
say.
next to the mic too.
Yo,
dude.
Dave, what are we playing over there?
We're playing a little show.
All right, too much Dave talk.
No, Dave being like right next to the mic could actually be problematic. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's okay. We keep it rolling.
Yeah. Look, so what were we talking? Oh yeah.
Yo, David, do you mind?
Dave, bro.
All right, life's a simulation. It's scary.
All right. So I think we're smart. Our brains are smart enough to be able to like think we have free will, but I think we're dumb enough to not realize we don't.
Yeah.
You agree?
Nah, yeah, I agree with that.
So then life's a simulation.
Yeah, but like,
Like, it's not a simulation in like the way that like there's multiple terms for it. definitions for simulation. Like, it's not just like a computer chip. There's multiple ways it could be a simulation.
So
I don't think it's purposely a simulation, but I think it's impossible to make a world without it being a simulation.
It's kind of like the Avatar,
yeah,
you know?
yeah, but like
I've never watched
okay,
that.
so let's say life's a simulation, right? What's going on outside of that?
That was the point I was gonna bring up. Do you think it's just like we're all like little jits in a lab or something?
Because we can make simulations.
Yeah.
So then,
What
is
if
it just an
everything-
infinite amount of
Yeah.
people making
No,
simulations?
I
continuous
believe in
simulation?
God personally. So I think that's
How can you believe in God and believe life's a simulation? So you think God is the creator of the simulation?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the only logical reasoning, that none of us are smart enough to know the true answer. So therefore, there has to be something smarter than all of us, which would be
Maybe
a higher power, which
A
is
higher
God.
being.
Maybe, like, you
I
know,
like that point.
Jesus came back and he was like the Son of God, and you're like in God and Jesus. That's probably like the creator of the simulation going to like /op in Minecraft. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because then,
No, I do know
But,
what
like,
you mean.
But once again, why do you have to compare like a real
Yeah,
life
yeah,
serious
yeah.
topic to like
Yeah, I just feel like that's kind of
children's video game?
blasphemous.
Yeah.
my fault.
Yeah, like, just stop disrespecting God and shit.
Yeah, you're right.
Wait, what did you compare it to again? You said God is
No,
is
Jesus.
the op.
Jesus.
Jesus is like if you go into Minecraft and you become like /operator and you can like, you know,
All right.
Yeah, all right,
Alright.
bro.
it's
Yeah.
like metaphor.
No, I kind
It-
of understand
you
now.
got
I wasn't really listening the first time, but I
Yeah.
also don't know why you compare it to a video
But here's
game.
kind of my take too. Like, God and Jesus being real doesn't deny the fact that it could still be part of the simulation, and they don't even know. You know what I'm saying?
So you
Like
think
a deeper like the simulation made God,
maybe
and he just doesn't even know.
maybe
okay, but who
fault.
made the simulation?
That's what I'm saying.
Or not who,
Eventually, I
what?
think there's just a higher power God.
Yeah.
Eventually, because that's the only explanation that makes sense. Like, it's because it's just like God is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
maybe there's like
Which is impossible to fathom, but
For our brains.
Yeah, no.
Because
that's
we're
why
in
there
a
has to be
simulation.
a higher power. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Interesting.
maybe there's like instead of it being a simulation, it's like aliens that are like super smart. They're like enclosed us. Like you're talking about the snow globe. They're just watching us. That could be another
anything's
theory.
possible.
Yeah.
Well, aliens
But here's
exist,
my
right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
here,
Wait. How can aliens exist without space?
if we
Wait, how can aliens
Space does
exist without
exist,
space?
dude.
We're not denying
It's just the
fact, space.
simulation created
No.
space.
I think space is a possibility. Personally, I don't believe in it. But here's the thing with space, right?
Wait,
You don't believe in
You don't
space?
believe.
No,
All right.
no.
So
What do you think it
Yeah.
is out
So you
there?
believe
Yeah.
in
Bro,
space,
I
but you
don't
believe
know.
in
What is
Saturn
Alex
and
Schatz going to
Jupiter?
college for at this point?
Nobody
I
knows
don't
who
know.
Alex Schatz is.
Personally, until I go to space, I do not believe it's there.
Do you think eventually you'll go to space like
Because,
yourself?
bro, they started trolling. You gotta admit that. Didn't they send, like, Katy Perry up
Yeah.
there?
yeah,
Bro, that's a
that
troll.
was some bullshit. I'm not
That's a
gonna
troll.
lie, bro.
They're, like, kind of joking, like, oh, yeah, if Katy Perry's capable of doing something of that nature, there's no way.
No,
I'm not
that
gonna
was
lie,
that
those-
was staged. That was staged. You
And
see,
Jeff Bezos, too.
Jeff-
Oh,
the-
and the Tesla, didn't the Tesla
They
get
did.
sent to space?
They also
No,
were
no,
sending like
Katy-
Dude Perfect up there and monkeys and shit.
Yeah, no.
Katy Perry was staged. There was a video. Jeff Bezos or they opened the hatch that was only supposed to be able to be opened from the outside, before like
Oh, yeah, I
everything
saw that
was.
on TikTok. Yeah.
Oh, so she didn't actually go to space.
They didn't. It was
But
fake.
here's
But I
my
feel like
theory
if
on...
you got it.
Here's my theory on aliens. So if we do go by like the common knowledge of the world saying the universe is infinite, if the universe is infinite, that means there's infinite chance.
Yeah.
So if we happened, that means there's a chance of us happening, right?
Yeah.
So that prophecy of this earth happening has happened infinite amount of times because the universe is infinite.
This is true.
Therefore, would we consider that aliens? If you consider that
Yeah,
aliens, then
yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
aliens have
Yeah,
to be
that's
true.
aliens.
That's only if the universe is infinite, though. But I don't believe that.
Why don't you believe the universe is infinite?
It's like
Bro,
snow.
because
It wasn't
if
that
the
proven?
If the universe is infinite, right?
Yeah.
That would mean there's infinite probability, right?
Yes.
Which means, like, eventually, don't you think in that infinite probability aliens reach us?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
now
eventually.
But not yet.
But like also
Eventually,
talking
yeah.
about that infinite like possibility, there's an infinite possibility that it just doesn't. Like with our like Earth, that the aliens don't come. You know what I'm saying?
Here's
Is that true, though?
here's what I'm saying. There's an infinite possibility that they do reach us, but it also could take an infinite amount of time.
So like you're saying I'm rolling a dice infinite amount of times, but I'm trying to get 7.
No,
Yeah. No.
You're trying to get infinite by rolling infinite.
Oh.
Nah. Because wait, just to
So, like, it's
clarify, you're saying like,
Or
our
it could be
our
7.
Earth, right? What are the chances? There's an infinite amount of chance
Mhm.
that aliens would like eventually come,
Yeah.
but that chance is only like, like one number, I guess. No,
Yeah, like 7.
exactly, like 7. So
So yeah, you're right.
yeah,
So you're trying to
You're
get
rolling,
a 7
yeah,
on a dice.
and you're rolling a die
That has
has
infinite
amount of
sides.
sides.
So there's just 0% chance of it happening.
It's not 0%.
it's not 0.
What do you mean?
It's like 1 over
Bro, rolling a
infinity.
7 on a dice.
It's
is
like
0%.
it's like 1 over infinity.
Yeah, but there's not a
Which is
7 on
zero.
the dice. Which is
Wait,
zero.
No. It's not 7 on a dice. It's more like 1 through 6, like one of those numbers.
Bro, I think you two are saying 2 different things.
No, I'm not. I'm agreeing with him.
I think you're agreeing, but you have 2 different points.
My point is that there's an infinite amount of space.
So you're saying that one clip of the guy mining for the diamonds,
Hmm?
Yeah,
and he turns around.
the gambling
There's just
addict.
no,
yeah.
there's just no diamonds.
No.
What?
No, there is.
No, there's a bunch.
There's
Oh.
an infinite possibility of there being aliens, right?
Yeah.
Hmm?
But there's also an infinite possibility of them never reaching us. So you have 2 infinite possibilities.
Hmm?
And they'd have to perfectly align essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So,
that
like,
could
parallel
happen.
lines?
Yeah.
That could happen in like 5 billion years. But
Yeah.
we're gone.
Oh, for this Earth specifically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for this
because
Earth.
as you said, there's
Yeah.
infinite like a continuous space. That means it's inevitable for there to be
Yeah.
like
Or they already reached us and the government's covering up and that type of
Yeah,
stuff.
Mark
but,
Zuckerberg.
yeah.
What do you guys think
He's an
about parallel dimensions? Like, you hear the theory where, like, I pick up this thing and then there's a universe I didn't pick up this thing and it splits
Yeah.
in 2.
Yeah, I believe that. If it's infinite, I believe that.
Because,
Because that was a 50-50 chance you picked that up, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I guess.
is that kind of like
And it's also an infinite amount of worlds that do
And then
that,
there's,
too.
like, an infinite amount of timelines.
I
There
just
could be a timeline
Dude,
that...
infinite just wouldn't make sense to me.
I just think the concept of infinity is too complex for our brains to understand.
Yeah.
That's what I
And
think.
you know what's crazy too? Like it gets to a point like when you zoom out of the Earth and how small like
yeah.
it'll be on TikTok like a pregnant woman just got raped, and then it'll be like, but does it really matter? And then it slowly zooms out. You know what I'm saying?
We're just
I
we're
more
just
get
a
like,
speck of dust
Yeah.
on a rock in space.
I get more
Yeah.
like you just failed a test but doesn't
Oh yeah.
really
yeah,
matter.
yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah,
guess
yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess like the
That's
other,
a little extreme right
Yeah, I
there.
don't-
yeah.
Let me
Can
be
we
more
put that in?
PC on the CP podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wait, what does CP stand for?
Cod passed.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're
I-
never supposed to say it, but okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, but
We'll
let me.
bleep it out. We'll bleep
It's
it
the
out.
No, too much editing. It's raw.
It's raw.
So let's change that zoom out from zoom in. So like this AirPod, I have a theory on this
you can
AirPod.
have a pod.
No, if you zoom in enough,
Mhm.
like I'm saying, like fucking 1 quadrillion trillion. There's life on this.
Yeah. Like
So
in
kinda
Ant-Man
like-
and the Wasp, they go into the quantum realm and there's like tardigrades.
I don't know about all.
I'm
I mean,
saying
Bro,
like there's
it's
a black
definitely
hole in here
real.
with another, like everywhere though.
you think there's a black hole on your AirPod?
Yeah, very small.
like
think
so minuscule it doesn't even do anything.
Yeah, so like
So
unfathomably
small.
small. Like
You
even
ba-
a
so-
microscope.
so
smaller
you're-
than a
Vin, I
microscope.
don't think
This
your
is like
brain
a
can
brain-
comprehend
No,
how
I
small
understand.
this black
You're
hole
talking
is.
about having a whole new
Dimension.
Yes, galaxy.
galaxy like universe on a subatomic level,
Yeah.
right? I think that'll get discovered.
Subatomic. Subatomic. Can we get a definition check, Dave?
That's like-
oh no, I
like-
got it. You want me to look it up?
Like
Yeah.
atoms.
No,
Like
no,
atomic.
let Dave say it, then you say it, and we ignore Dave.
So Dave, subatomic.
Smaller than or occurring.
Yeah. So basically, from what I've looked up, the subatomic is a smaller than or occurring within an atom.
Okay.
That was the correct usage of that,
Okay,
right?
okay.
Thanks, you, Nick.
So
Yep.
universe on a subatomic level, right?
Mhm.
I think that could eventually be discovered, but I think they've researched atoms and like the atomic level enough that they probably would have already discovered
So-
that if that
No,
happened.
So
I don't
basically-
think, but I'm saying even smaller than that.
Now-
Smaller than
are-
an atom.
Are we referring
because
to
think
like
about how
this
small
is-
we get when you zoom
Whoa,
out.
whoa, whoa! We gotta bring up like the founder of this, like Dr. Seuss. No, like the
No.
Who's and shit.
Oh,
Hear me
Horny
out.
Zoo?
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
kind
were
of
like-
like that, but even way
Even smaller. Yeah. You got.
Because that isn't
How
that
about Einstein
isn't that still
Einstein
human?
or
was-
Oppenheimer?
Whoa, yeah.
Energy
I'll be fair. He
equals-
wasn't the founder, but I mean, he definitely publicized it pretty heavily. No.
Yeah. He also publicized the Cold War. Remember
He did.
watching that video in
He
biology
did.
class? You don't remember that?
Yo, Kyle.
Yo, did somebody hear something?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Should we get Harry on the pod?
Yeah.
but it's not leaking.
Yo, Harry,
Yo,
come pull up to the pod.
what are we doing?
Just say what's up to the pod.
Yeah.
What's up to the pot? Is that Hunter?
Yeah.
No, it's Dave.
Dave!
Yo, what's up?
What's up, dude? You don't have a poodle head haircut. What's going on with that? Andrew and this guy here, he's semi-poodle head, but that one's normal.
Yeah. Little
He's
normal.
like going, what's he fucking talking about? Take care, fellas. Stay out of my beer.
Appreciate it, Harry.
Thank you.
Yeah, good looks. All right.
Harry Stone.
Also, thanks. Huge, quick shout out to the sponsors, Fliff.
Are you guys like on YouTube or something?
Yeah, we're live right now on the pod.
Now, how many are watching?
3,300.
Get out of here.
Goodbye.
All right.
That
Let's
brings us
talk
to our
time
next top-
travel.
Yeah, I'm-
Do you think
I'm
time
interested.
travel is possible?
These are some complex topics here, fellas.
Here, you want to bring it back to like...
Wait, technically, time travel could be possible.
No, it is, but only going forward. You can't go back. You have to like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because time moves slower the farther you're
Well, there's
away from
time.
But
it.
technically-
There's time travel versus time dilation.
Yeah, time dilation is that.
I don't
That's
know all
possible.
about those
Yeah,
terms.
I'm not too familiar with that.
yeah,
topic.
that's too deep. We gotta dumb it down.
That's some.
But
That's
here's what I think.
Yeah.
Technically, it isn't time travel, but what if the universe is infinite? What if we're traveling back to a universe just like this, but that's an hour behind? You know what I'm saying?
How'd you do that?
Holy
Just a
shit.
huge
Now-
teleportation.
No. So instead of like time being dilated, like if I go out into space and dilate time for an hour,
Yeah.
this universe is still real. I'm just in another universe that
So-
is passing out.
So I
Yeah.
kind of have like another. You can
Yeah,
tell
but
me if
that's
this
only
is
forward.
kind of another like point here. Tell me like if this is kind of just dumb, but like Captain America, he was frozen in the ice for hella years, and then it like preserved his body. Are we considering that like a time travel? Like
You know what? I have a
Personally,
good
I've never
topic.
watched Captain
I don't think
America.
that's. I don't think
I have a
that's
good
time
topic.
travel. I think that's just him preserving his body and.
They're reviving the extinct animals. Did you guys hear about this?
I did.
They're trying to.
Woolly mammoths are going to be back by 2030.
Kyle,
Yep.
you're jumping a lot.
Yeah.
All right.
No, he was talking about frozen in time.
Yeah, but do you see?
I know, but can we finish a topic?
Do you understand how it like kind of flows with the topic a little bit? Like,
Yeah.
like the animals and the ice. It wasn't quite the main point.
Okay.
I do understand like what you were getting at there though.
Yeah, but anyways.
Frick.
See, if we consider something like that,
kind of remind me of Bob Menery and the Dana White Bob Menery Nelcon podcast, and like Jim's kind of like Dana. And
Dave,
he's
if you're
kinda
gonna talk,
like Dana
dude, you gotta get rid of the neck cam. Like, jeez. Anyways, miick,
Yeah.
So I see what you're saying, but then if we consider that time travel, what do we
No,
consider sleep time travel?
I'm not saying do we consider it. I'm not saying that we consider it
No,
time
it's
travel. I
not
was
time
asking-
travel. It's not time
Yeah,
travel.
yeah.
No.
Why not?
Because you're not traveling in time. You're just preserving someone's body for a certain amount of time and then reviving them, bring them back.
Yeah, traveling time.
Yeah.
No, they're not traveling through time.
All right, let me ask you something.
Okay.
All right, you're running a marathon.
Okay.
All right.
Probably would never happen, but theoretically.
Nah, I can't think.
You want to talk about the iceberg?
No,
The
no,
Jim,
bro.
the Jimberg.
No.
That's too niche.
We'll save that for episode 10.
That's too niche. That's
Yeah,
too niche.
that's sad.
Whoa.
When the viewers get a real connection going to Jim.
There's a little there was a little what's it called, little blip in the space-time continuum right there with my vocal
I did hear
cords
that. I did hear that.
or whatever it is.
Yo, so I feel like another good question is, are we gonna do a mukbang?
A mook?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing
Yeah.
mukbang
Can we go to Chipotle?
right now.
Can we keep the cameras rolling?
No, let's get an hour. Let's get an hour.
An hour?
Yeah,
What are we at right now?
37.
37.
Do we continue
Let's
a little Chipotle action? Or?
After, yeah.
Can we thank
I'm not
Nord
going to
and
Total. I already
ExpressVPN
got-
for
I already
sponsoring
did
the
that.
video, please?
No, it's just slide though for the
No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you're good.
Can I get a shout out for our sponsors real quick though?
Hey Vin, can you get off my fucking dick, bro?
All right. Let's bring it back. We were in a flow. All right.
Yeah. So now, can we talk about black girls or no? Is that off topic?
What about him?
I don't know. Anybody have anything to say?
The CIA has and I'm not supporting this at all. CIA has set up in place to.
All right. Let's talk about Kanye West, King Von.
Okay.
So. All right. And
Yo.
no, yo, stop.
God damn it,
Stop.
dude.
Stop. All right. So King Von, right? Do you guys see that it's on TikTok where he's kind of praised and like just overall like
Yeah,
he's
they
looked
like
at as
they
a cool
like
guy?
they like King
Yeah.
Von.
So King Von, we look at King Von. Let's dive deeper into who King Von is.
He's a
He's
gang
a rapper,
banger.
as well as a murderer, as well as has inspired people to murder, as well as promoted the idea of murder,
Yes.
as well as
And the uses of drugs.
yeah, and literal murder though.
Yeah.
He did literal murder. Now we look at Kanye, right?
It's alleged though.
What?
Or did he get convicted? Oh yeah, he went to. Didn't he go to the jail?
Yeah.
Dude, Von?
Prison,
Von?
yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's not even about that. Then we look at Kanye, who actually has never committed a crime in his life. Right? Convicted of anything, at
Mhm.
least. And he's being canceled on all platforms for words. And people, you'll see Kanye say something on Twitter, and in the comments, they're calling him like the worst person to ever exist.
Uh-huh.
Right? And it's crazy how like one gets praised and then another gets completely deplatformed
Well,
over
like,
what he says.
you can make the argument there with like King Von like murdering people versus Kanye saying words, but like you also brought up King Von like saying words, like telling people to murder other people, promoting murdering. Like by your logic, that should be fine because Kanye is also just saying words, and so is King Von. He's just saying words. He's promoting murdering.
No,
But he did what he's saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
that's what I'm
Kanye
saying.
actually
I'm saying, like,
did.
I'm saying that's like
like Kanye doesn't actually support Hitler.
Uh,
Go ahead.
Care to elaborate,
Yeah.
Garf?
Garth thinks that Kanye is akin to me on the spectrum.
Oh my
And-
dude, stop talking. Stop.
Okay, my
You
fault.
just
Did you
referred
say-
to
did you just
yourself
say
in the third
akimbo?
person and said that you're akimbo to.
I said akin to me, as in, like me. You know, we're out of the flow. Can we get flowy again?
Bro, it's every time
Yeah,
you
but
talk.
notice how you were the one to ruin the flow this time. I mean, this time being every time.
But what were you saying?
I was saying that the only way you can make that argument valid is if you say that King Von promoting murder is the same as Kanye just saying words, because they're both just words. However, King Von actually murdering people is way worse than what Kanye's doing because he's just saying words.
Yeah. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about, like, the fact, like, people are calling Kanye a terrible guy. Like,
Yeah, well, I
he's-
mean,
he's not
I would say it is a little bit terrible, like, stuff that he says.
what he's saying,
Yeah,
maybe,
yeah.
but that doesn't make him a terrible guy. If someone tells a joke, no matter how bad it is, that doesn't actually change who they are. It's more about, like, the intent behind it.
Well,
I
what
mean,
about
it can make that person unfunny?
What about like
Yeah.
the
And
shit
then-
with his like girlfriend though, or
What?
like Bianca Sensori or whatever?
But
Yeah.
that's all speculation.
Yeah, but like making her like dress like nude.
How'd you know he made her, though?
I mean, I don't know for a
That's
fact.
all
but-
speculation. And obviously they're going to make it seem like he's dressed that because the whole point of that is to deplatform him even more.
Yeah, do you think he's
Uh-huh.
like doing this on purpose? What if like he's like, man, I just really want to go off the grid, so I'm just gonna make myself like say like all these things, and then like eventually I'll just get like permabanned on everything.
When do you
No, I
think
don't
this
think that-
idea sparked from him?
I think, well, let's see. When he really, like, went off was when he was at the peak of his, like, influence. Because he had the Yeezys. Like, Yeezys were popping before he did this. He had the Adidas deal. He was also becoming more involved in Balenciaga, like, making them even more of a big deal. And that's also when they started gaining traction because of him. And then, so it's, you can't say he's doing it for, like, more popularity or anything.
Yeah.
Because he already was at the pinnacle of his popularity before he did all this.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's just doing it to prove, like, he can really say whatever he wants on top of, like, being the richest guy. On top of probably going insane because, like, regretting he had kids with Kim. Because, like, that's something you can't take back.
What do you think Donda plays like a part in it too?
Was mom or the
Yeah.
album?
Yeah, his mom.
Well,
Yeah, for sure. Because he probably, like, who knows? That's all speculation.
just going back
too.
to the the Kardashian thing. I mean, you know about like the NBA players and the Kardashians. Like once they get with they go downhill. I
Yeah.
mean, is that what if that's just the same for everyone?
Not yet though. Not yet.
I don't
Travis-
think he's going downhill, though.
I
think he's actually at the best because now he's not signed to anything.
Yeah, he's
And
richer.
he still has 2.7 billion.
He's richer than he was.
So he's the most free man on earth as well as very rich. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
sure, he had all the money back then, but he also had 50 deals. He was signed with Adidas and shit. Now he's completely free. You know? Like, he's not owned to anything. He has no ties to anything.
Do you think that like the nitrous killing his brain cells like plays a part of this? Like the whippets?
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's also just speculation.
Yeah.
Like, does
No
he
one
actually?
knows it. Yeah, I doubt he actually hits it.
Does he actually tap? Like, does he actually?
He's also at a point where he doesn't even need to, like, prove anything to anyone.
Yeah.
It's like, why would he?
What do you think about Cousin?
Dude, honestly, like, for some reason, dude, like, I just gained more respect for him.
For admitting
Is
it,
it-
or like
yeah,
you
Is
just
he
like
able
the
to
song?
be like honest with people about
Bro,
his
because
li-
that's crazy. Like,
about his life?
like, bro, that's crazy. Like, he says in the song that
Fuck.
the truth will set you free someday.
do you
like,
think that's what he's doing?
Yeah.
Do you think
like-
he's trying to like?
And I'm pretty sure it says that in the Bible, too.
Earlier, miick was
Yeah,
talking about how
probably,
he
but-
wants to just go completely off the grid, and do you think like
It probably
him
also-
setting his conscience loose just helps him go off the grid?
Bro, I don't think he's trying to go off the grid, though.
even though it's
He
like-
probably
I think he's
could
trying to
go off
start.
the grid.
I think he's trying to, like, start, like, a revolution of some sort.
Like he's got something more to it than just saying stuff. Like he's got a plan.
Yeah.
But does the Bible say that?
No,
like,
I don't think he
you're allowed
follows
to fuck
it.
your cousin. Like, does it? Say
That wasn't
He
my
didn't-
point. Just because I'm saying one thing doesn't mean the rest of it.
Yeah.
He didn't
Fair
know
point,
that
fair point.
that giving his cousin head was like a bad thing. He was just a kid, and he just saw it in the dirty magazines.
Yeah.
If you listen to the song, you know that.
Wait. Yeah, it's actually true.
You didn't know.
I mean, it's like disgusting that he did it, but like I honestly respect the fact he was able to admit it.
Yeah.
Because personally, I'm taking that to the grave.
He's
I don't
probably
care.
like trying to highlight the like just human sin with having like those magazines and like especially around like children.
Yeah.
He also, I feel
Oh,
like.
do you think that like the
Like,
cousin
I'm
thing
getting
could be
rotated
to like
right now.
cover up? Not essentially cover up, but like take a little bit of the heat off of like all the
No, I think it just
That
made
adds
it
no,
fuel
worse.
to the fire.
I think it's made it worse.
He went even harder on Hitler after that, though.
Have
That's
you heard
true. I think he's
HH?
just like fully letting go of everything you can't say, he's saying. Like, especially when he said fuck Virgil.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Oh, that was pretty bad.
Yeah. I don't agree with the way he's doing it, but like I can respect the idea of being able to speak freely completely. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you also shouldn't like you really shouldn't say things like fuck Virgil or like just leave Hitler in the past, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or a lot of that shit's fucked up.
How do you think he even like got to the point where he was thinking that Hitler was good? Because Hitler hated
Bro, I
black
don't think he
people.
actually does think he's good though.
Really?
Yeah, he's
I
just
think he
doing
just
it for
says-
freedom of speech purposes.
Yeah. Also to be like polarizing, like saying
To
saying
prove a
exactly what you can't.
I mean, and if we listen to like some of the old songs, he does say that he hates these more than a Nazi.
He does say that. I don't remember what song, but he does say that.
Damn,
It
these
was- it
got
was
me.
flashing.
I hate these. Oh yeah, flashing
Yeah,
lights.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, but then he went like 360.
Yeah.
Like he did like a 180 on that. You know what I mean?
Do you remember when he said that?
It's ridiculous right now, bro. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
He said that he.
What? Is
My
Dave
voice,
doing
no,
something?
it's my voice.
Yeah.
It just keeps cracking. It's bad.
He said that he liked Jewish people
What is
in
this
like
inside?
2020.
No, it's
because
not
of
inside. Like it's
Jonah
like
Hill.
genuinely
No,
my voice
if
cracking.
you're on the pod, you share it with all the
Yeah,
people on the
just
pod.
just like speak over me while I'm talking about
Yeah,
my voice cracking.
no.
It's okay, man.
Yeah.
We need to have mics so we can like mute and unmute.
Yeah, no, we need to get like the headphones so we
Yeah,
can talk
yeah,
over
yeah,
each
yeah.
other.
That's good.
That's what Joe Rogan said. Helped a lot.
Rogue.
It's only the beginning.
Yeah, it is all the E1.
I just want to be better than the MD Foodie boys.
Bro, it's more about like the setup.
Yeah, they just have like a professional setup. So
If
people
only
watch their
we
shit.
could
But
go
bro,
to a
how good is the
professional
Y?
place.
Yo, Dave, how good is the Y?
Dude, I don't know.
It's pretty good. Flannery Grimm recorded her
It's like
stuff in there.
it's like a glass. It's got like glass windows all around.
Can we have Flannery Grimm? Can we have Flannery Grimm?
That's like episode 7. You're
on
thinking
one of
too,
our
thinking too ahead of
pods.
this.
Yeah.
What if we just make like a little poll? Got some contestants.
No, what if we made it not local at all and just landed some crazy guest? And like almost made it an exclusive thing, cuz like if we started getting people, like it would turn into a joke, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what if we literally just got Kanye episode
Yeah.
2?
Could probably do that.
Can we?
He'd probably
Can
do
we
some
reach
crazy
out?
shit like that.
Yeah. Yo, Gary?
Yay.
Yeah.
Can we get some DMs sent? Can we get?
Yeah. Yay, who else? Rich the Kid?
Yeah.
Okay.
We could probably get like some,
Maybe we work our way.
like
'cause-
someone that's on the come up, but like,
Yeah.
still,
Get,
like is still down, like
Yeah.
Dirtball.
But not local.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Joe
no.
Biden. Local.
Dirtball.
So I actually just
Can we
said
get
not
Bob
local.
Menery on here?
God damn it.
Could we get Bob Menery on here?
Now, see, that is a good idea.
Yeah.
I could
Because
see that happening.
he got kicked off Nelk, right?
Did he?
You want Diddy on here too?
If we could, that'd be hard.
That would.
Didn't Nelk get Tory Lanez on the jail phone
Ooh.
call?
Did you see that Tory Lanez, like a little speculation going on recently?
Yeah, I
He-
saw Kanye tweet out like a petition to get him free.
Yeah, I also saw that he got like stabbed or something like that in
Yeah.
prison.
Yeah, he did get stabbed.
And then I saw some stuff that like he didn't shoot her or something like that.
Bro, I
Megan
don't know.
Thee
I
Stallion?
don't pay attention to like
Yeah,
shit
I-
like that.
I didn't really deep dive. It was just a little, something I saw.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, because girls like that's the shame with girls that do lie, because then it messes up the girls that actually do have stuff happen to them.
Yeah.
It like devalues what happens to them.
Yeah.
But honestly, they value every girl, so I guess it doesn't matter. So they might as well keep lying. Like it's almost like when this pod goes up, like K-Nap's gonna be catching a few charges. You know what I'm saying?
How's
Yeah.
K-Nap gonna catch a few charges?
I'm just saying, like Johns might start lying on your name.
Yeah, probably.
'Cause I'm gonna
Especially if we
become
land
famous.
yay. If we land yay, dude, it's over.
Mhm. It's over.
Yeah.
So B-Mick, as our first guest, like, how do you feel?
You know, I first off, honored, completely
Of
honored
course,
to
of
be
course.
a part of this first episode.
Uh-huh.
You know, it was pretty good. The setup. Is this temporary or what are we doing here? Is
Well,
this?
we got Gary, we got
We do.
Lisa, we got Alyssa.
But I think a change of scenery could get the ball rolling a little
Yeah,
more.
for sure. For sure.
But I do think it went
Maybe
well.
Dave coming a little more, like,
Yeah.
dressed well.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, what is he wearing? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we got Garfield over here.
Yeah. Him talking less for sure.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate constructive criticism a lot.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's E1. As we get their revenue up, maybe we can invest more.
Mhm.
Invest
Mike's.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike's headphones, you know, stuff like that.
Mhm.
Maybe give my man's Gary a raise.
Yeah. Alyssa.
Maybe.
Too.
Yeah.
Soundproofing
Whoa,
technologies.
whoa. Listen, no.
Yeah.
Remember women's wages.
Okay.
You know, that brings me back to dude. One last little
Yeah.
thing. So
A little
I'm sitting-
a nugget of knowledge to leave the viewers.
yeah. So I'm sitting there, that's right, last year. And he's like,
I remember this
Ladies.
actually.
were you in my class? You weren't in
No,
my
I went in your class,
actually.
but he gave every single class the same spiel.
Ladies, when you get your salary from your workers, you want to push that back and be like, I want about 20% more.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he genuinely believes the wage gap's like a thing.
Like, still exists.
Yeah. And that's just crazy. Like I picture like going their future job and like pushing it back.
Demanding 20% more.
Yeah.
But I feel like
Because said that. Is gonna watch the pod?
Bryce, did him chewing ice have like any effect on you because you want to be an orthodontist?
You want to be an orthodontist?
yeah.
Dude, we should have been talking about you.
Yeah,
more.
but
Really?
8
chewing
years of
ice
college?
isn't that bad for an orthodontist. That's bad
Yeah.
for a dentist.
I mean,
Nah.
orthodontics, yeah, it could, because, like, chewing on ice, it can break the brackets off.
It wears down enamel, right?
Dude, I'm not
He doesn't
gonna lie,
have
my
braces
enamel's
on.
clapped.
Huh?
My enamel's clapped for sure.
Yeah, you should
Yeah,
definitely use,
for ice chewing, yeah.
I chew a lot.
yeah, you definitely
Plastic
use a
straws,
fluoride toothpaste.
Gatorade caps.
See, I do the same thing. I am a big cap chewer.
Yeah.
I do kind of, go
You know,
against what I
like,
say.
Do you know how many
Well, that's kinda
microplastics
good for
get
you, I'm
in your
bringing
mouth?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I'm
I
doing
know.
that.
I,
That's pretty bad.
I tried to chill from plastic chew. But here's the thing. It's only 6 months up until you give birth to the kid they won't have birth defects. So if you're chilling for like the 6 months before the baby's conceived and your sperm, like, so if you have healthy sperm for 6 months and then you pump your jaw,
Yeah.
like your baby's gonna be chilling like no micro penis or anything.
So, like, so do you think, what's his name?
Luke?
Yeah. Do you think his baby, like, is affected by him chewing on plastic like things, or do you think it's cool?
I think it's good personally, probably because he's young. I don't really know how that works, but
Yeah. And he's
But,
probably not a big like cap chewer.
it
Yeah.
definitely
Or
didn't
straw chewer.
it didn't maximize his kid's potential.
Realistically,
But I don't think it also affected him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then defect.
biologically, this is the prime age to,
All right, that's a perfect time to wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching episode 1. Shout out B-Mick for showing up.
Appreciate it.
Dave, thanks for coming. Dave might have to be virtual next time.
Yeah.
We got him in person.
Yo, what's
This.
up?
Yeah.
All right.
Like next time he might have to go on like a MacBook and go on like
Yeah.
FaceTime. But
Did he put a
at least this
headset on?
time he's like straight.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys. That'll be it.